Hey there, how are we doing? So today I think it's about time we started talking about journaling. And I want to show you the easiest, simplest, cheapest ways to get started so you don't frazzle your brain straight away and dig deep into collecting that data so you can really progress. Stay right there and I'll show you exactly how it can be done. Hey, how we doing? I'm James. And today I really want to dig deep into journaling because I think too many new traders avoid it. They think they don't need it. Any experienced trader will tell you that once they started journaling, they really started propelling, they really started going forward and learning their do's, their don'ts, what's working for them, what's not working for them, and really started to progress because they could see and tunnel vision exactly what's working and exactly what isn't working. Now, when you're new, and I know all of this because obviously when I started, there was other people starting. You're talking to them and you go through your own journey. I remember starting to think, well, I don't need journaling yet. I'm not making money yet. I'm not doing this. I don't need to journal. I'm just going to play around under the charts. But then a few months go down the line and a few more experienced traders, they might ask you questions and say, so where do you perform best, in London Open or New York? And you're a bit like, I don't know, maybe New York. I think probably New York. I'd ask you other questions like, what's your win ratio? What's your average RR? What's the best type of trade setup? And in the end, you start thinking, actually, I don't really know what's best. And how are you gonna learn if you don't know what's working? And above all, what isn't working? That's the main thing you need to know, because you need to eradicate what isn't working, get rid of it, and then you're only left with things that are working. So already you can see how you can progress a lot quicker, a lot easier. Now, when I first started, I remember thinking I was doing a lot better than I was, and it was only until I jumped on a call with my coach and he said, right, come on then, what are your numbers? And I went, no, because I hadn't journaled. I said, no, I've done well this month. I think I'm in, like, I don't know, like a few £100 profit or whatever it was. He went, right, let's go over your numbers then. So we went back through every single trade of the whole month, and it turned out I was in drawdown. I was bad. But because my previous, like the last week was pretty good, I just assumed the rest was good. I think you focus on the wins and the losses, you just think, no, that's all right, and you half ignore it. And that's when I started thinking, I need to have a look at this, because I generally thought I was doing okay. Turned out I wasn't. But what I will say is, when you're looking into journaling, like there's all these different places you can go and buy and fill out all your information, but it can cost a lot of money. Now, I would say don't do none of that yet. Like I always say, when you learn about yourself, you learn what's going to make your trading easier, what's going to make your life easier, less stressful. If that's what you enjoy, using all these other platforms where it automatically does it for you, then fantastic. Then do that, then pay for it, because it'll make your psychological side better. You'll perform better. You won't have to worry quite so much about the journaling, and you'll just progress better. But I'd say starting off, if you are on a budget, because a lot of people are when they start, almost making millions straight away, and 9 times out of 10 people are starting trading because they want to make money. So where I started and end up sticking, because I realised I just really like it, I adapt it for me, is on Google Sheets. I literally just started off there. Now my Google Sheet now has got notes and comments and images and times and trades and growth and percentages, and I've adapted it to, sorry, I just hit the thing there, it went all funny. But I've adapted it to me. So when I fill it out, I am very, very happy with what I've got. I've even got on one of my bits, when I took the trade, like, was it a FOMO trade? Was I patient? Was it perfect? I've even got on there, was I hungry? Because I know when I'm hungry, I don't think straight. So I've even got on there, look, was I hungry? Because if I was a losing trade, I was hungry, I've got to keep an eye on that. Because if I know I'm having a lot of losing trades, and each one next to him is saying hungry, 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 I think he's saying, don't trade when you're hungry. It's just so perfect. Sorry, I just hit my elbow again. Jeez, what is up? Flipping thing. I will get there. So what I want to say is, start on a Google Sheet, start on Microsoft Excel or an easy template. I mean, you can even start with pen and paper. That will really make you remember it. And just start jotting down times that you're trading. Basic thing, times that you're trading. Obviously, if it's a win, a loss, a BE, did you opt out of the trade early? Did you leave it too long and it get close to your stop loss and come back? Like, you gotta jot down the information that's going to be relevant to you. Like I'm saying, start basic, and when you're jotting down, when you start going back over your data, you start thinking, oh, but what about this? But what about if I knew that? And that's when you think, I'll add that to my journal. That's what I done. I started adding and adding and adding. Now I've got different types of entries, what pairs I'm trading, what time it is, what did it close at, how many RR, how was I feeling? And I've also got like a notes net. I've got my images, I've got notes next to it. In fact, I'm gonna put an example on here of where it is, and it's actually in my Discord. If you wanted a copy of it, join my Discord and you can have a copy of that if that's what you want. But yes, coming back to it, journaling. Please don't overlook it, because it is the most important bit of data you are going to need to success in trading. It really is. If you're new, you won't quite understand it and you're going to think, no, I'm all right, I'll just take the trades, I win or lose, we'll see how it goes. Please get out of that thinking. Please get out of that thinking, because you want to see them losses. Like I talk about ego. Get rid of that ego. If you have a loss, brilliant. You jot it down, you jot your image down, and you can look into it. Why did I lose? 9 times out of 10, you're going to figure it out. And you're going to think, that's what I done wrong. That's what I done wrong. Put it in the notes. Put it in the notes. What went right? What went wrong? And did it end up going your direction? Like, you can add all the time. I always, if I have a loss, I come back to it later on that day and take another snippet. Where did it go after that? Was my analysis completely right? Or was my analysis correct? I just made a different error. So really jot everything down. I'm not going to go on too much because this is already coming around to 7 minutes, and I'm trying to keep these short and sweet. I mean, if people want me to dig deeper, do longer videos, have a good chat and show other bits and bobs, just let me know in the comments and I will. But as far as trading goes, don't worry about spending too much. You go on Google Sheets and start there, Microsoft Word, write down with a pen and paper. Don't need to pay for anything just yet. If you want to go down that road and you do start paying, make sure it's right for you. Make sure your frame of mind's right and it's easy for you. Don't create something else that you feel stressful to sort out whilst trading, because you need to focus 100% on the charts. So do that. Make it basic. Don't make it too complicated yet. Join my Discord and have a copy of mine if that's what you like, if that makes it any easier, and go from there. So as always, I hope that helped. If there's any other topics that you want me to discuss or want to go over, please like, subscribe, share, press that bell, hit the links in the Discord below, watch other videos, do what you have to do. But happy trading, learn, build the foundations, and go from there. Speak to you soon.